Hi there everybody and welcome to another video. On today's video I have this 2011 Nissan Note, and I'm gonna be changing this fog light down here because you may be able to see that it's cracked all around. You may have gotten a stone chip somewhere and it cracked it. So I'm gonna replace it, and to get access to that fog light we just need to open the bumper a little bit. But the other reason I'm actually opening the bumper a little bit, it's because I'm actually changing. So I've already got it open, but I'm actually changing this bracket here because this bracket was broken, and as a result this bumper was closed like this, and it had that, not that big a gap, but it had a gap. So I wanted to get it obviously a little bit more like this, closed. And when I opened it I realized that that was cracked. So I got a new one, and I bought this new one out of eBay. It was something like £12. And I also have a new fog light here which was around £15, and this was from Amazon. Actually it was delivered in one day, so easy to get those. But in order to remove part of this a little bit of this bumper so you can open it here and get access to the light, you need to remove, there is two of these clips you can see there. You need to pull the center of that clip and then take it out. There's two of those, and I use a tool that look like this, and they are a bit of a pain in the ass. You will fight with those a bit to remove them. I use one of these as well, so I kind of use two of those in order to get these clips out. It's just that the dirt and whatever gets in there makes them really hard to remove, and those are located, so there is one here and then there is another one underneath. So let me just I didn't actually, there is another one just here, there, but I didn't have to remove that as such. I got the one from underneath, which is located, let me just find it here, in that hole. And also there will be 3 Phillips screws, 1, 2 and 3, that if you loosen, then this will become loose, and that's the mud guard there, which is, if I just put my leg there, which is this mud guard here. And also it will loosen your bumper a little bit here, but obviously your bumper will be secured here. And how it is secured, so this thing is going to be in there and it's going to be plugged into this. Your bumper will be plugged into there, but there will be a 10mm bolt here in the corner. So just another 10mm that looks like something like this will be screwed here onto the wing. So once you've removed those clips and those Phillips screws, these are the Phillips screws here, and obviously these plastic clips, then you want to get something like, again, like this tool. You're going to put it behind your bumper here, and you're going to do that basically, and then you can pull this open like so, and then you're gonna put a 10mm socket up here, and you're going to remove that 10mm from there. Once you remove that 10mm, this you just have to pull out, and it will unplug from the bracket. So it's plugged into these clips basically. This one, and this one is plugged into those 3 clips on the bracket, and is plugged on those holes there. You'll see those 3, and it might actually break like mine did. When you pull it out, this could possibly break a little bit like that. that can happen. Or whether it was broken before, I'm not sure, because this bumper was replaced, or it was actually painted. So anyway, and once you get that, this will be easy to open a bit. Then you can open that as well, and you're gonna have access to, let me put this light in here. We're gonna have access to the fog light. So if I can just put that in there. Right, now if we open this in there, right, in there is the fog light, and you're gonna find this is gonna be plugged in here. So you just want to press the clip here, this clip, and pull that out, and then you're gonna have two 10mm bolts. So these are not the bolts, actually. I just found those in there. Funny enough. But you're gonna find two 10mm bolts, one there and one there. And if you take those off, so the other one I already removed, you can pull this out. And that is our fog light. Nice and broken. So now I'm gonna get my new fog light. So clearly someone did some work here before, because there was those two lying in there. Right, I'm gonna get my new fog light in there and just tighten it, and I'll show you. Okay, there's my fog light, and actually I remove only two 10mm, but there was a hole for a third one, so maybe that's why there was some screws or bolts here. So you may actually find three when you remove yours. This one doesn't actually have a hole for a screw. So anyway, I'm gonna put that in there now. The bulb is already in there, so we just plug it in. If you had to remove that bulb, by the way, if you were changing the bulb on your fog light, that bulb, the way it comes out is you just, so this is sitting in there like this, and obviously you would unplug it, unplug the cable, and then you can turn this that way anti-clockwise and remove the bulb. And this bulb is a H11, by the way, H11. And then you get your new bulb, line it up in there, and just the same thing, just lock it into position like so. So anyway, that is done. My light is done, it's plugged in. Now we no longer need access to this area, but we do want to put our new bracket. Now if you were changing your bracket, this bracket is basically literally plugged in there, but also there is a 10mm screw screwed in here, so that will be plugged in there, but then you'll have the 10mm screw that is in there, and you would have to remove that in order to get this out. So now I'm just going to I can see there's a little bit, this is a bit uneven, so I'm just going to tap it in a little bit to make it a bit more flat. That way my bumper can sit lined up properly. Okay, I tapped that in, and now it's looking a little bit more flat. And now we want to push this bracket in there. It's gonna go in there and in there, basically. Just need to obviously line it up, and it will be a lot easier, obviously, if you're using your two hands as well. Right, let me try this again. Okay, there, and there. That is nicely secured in there. Now we have to fit our 10mm bolt in there. So that's what I'm going to do next. Now I need a ratchet. So there's my ratchet. Just tightening that 10mm. If I can do it with one hand, you can do it with two. Right, got it in there, nice and secure. And now it's just a matter of getting your bumper up there and getting it to plug into there, basically. Okay, like so. And then you push it in there. And that's it, that's nice and flush, just like the other side. And then we have the 10mm that's gonna go in here. So this is what I was saying. That's where you have access to that hole there where the 10mm goes. So I'm gonna put that 10mm now. And that's it, really. So got my 10mm in there. It's nice and secure. And now we wanna push this back in. All these plastics can be a bit hard. That's why I sometimes use these, but obviously you don't want to damage the paint on your bumper. But if you do it from the back, you should be okay. But just be aware of those things. Obviously, be careful with the paint. But that is really nice and flush now. Before this was a bit loose as well because the bracket was broken. So anyway, now we have our clips. I actually put some WD-40 on these clips because they are a pain in the neck. Right, that's one clip. And then we have 3 screws and another clip down here. But all in all, that's pretty much it, really. There's not much to it, obviously. All you have to do is line this up a little bit when you put your screws on, and that's it. It's just 3 screws and 1 clip there, somewhere there. And so, having said that, now we have a nice brand new looking fog light and a nice gap there. So I hope the tips help. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe. We'll see you everybody on the next video. So thank you for watching.